Cool. So, who wants to be successful? Everyone wants to be successful, but do you know how to be successful? Success is not just a want. You can't just want to be successful, you actually have to be willing to put the work in. What is the key to success? Hope. What comes with hope is the desire to do something. Hope is defined by Jennifer Chauvin of Ohio State University as the desire. Jennifer Chauvin of Ohio State University defines hope as if you have a feeling you know how to get what you want in life, and you're willing to do what it takes, then you have hope. Nothing is more important than hope when it comes to wanting to succeed and being successful. For example, in a Gallup study, Gallup is a company that they conduct studies and polls of students across the nation. They found that in students in 5th grade through 12th grade, that 50% of students describe themselves as hopeful. That the students that describe themselves as hopeful were more optimistic, where they had a better outlook on their future, their careers, and they felt they could do better in school. 33% found that they described themselves as being stuck, complacent, and kind of just in a rut in their education. 17% described themselves as being discouraged. And the students that described themselves as being discouraged and stuck were less likely to succeed because of external factors, their self-motivation, how they viewed their self, how they viewed their worth. And they just didn't feel that they could excel. It's important to be hopeful in success because if you have no drive, then you cannot exceed. If you don't believe that you can do something, you've already lost. If you go into a competition and you feel that there's no way we can win, you won't. So, another statistic taken by Dr. Schneider of University of Kansas, he interviewed 3,092 incoming college freshmen. And he found that when the incoming freshmen came in, he gathered their levels of hope, their levels of how they felt that they could do in college in that class particularly. He's found that the student's level of hope was a better indicator of his or her college grades throughout college, not just in that class, but throughout their whole career in college, than if you were to just take that person's high school GPA and SAT scores. He found that by having hope, the student is more likely to not give up, not just settle. And a fact is that I believe it was an excerpt taken from, I can't remember the name, but it was in the New York Times, and it stated that students and people who have hope and describe themselves as hopeful are more likely to succeed and not give up on their goals, whereas people who are not hopeful and people who don't have that inner desire to succeed in a certain subject, in life, in people that are just down on themselves, are more likely to set mastery goals, which are like, if you were to say, I want to build a table. You didn't really have any desire to build a table, but you said, I want to build a table. So you go to build a table, and it's not easy, and it's hard. They're more likely to just give up and move on to something else, whereas someone with hope and says, this is something that I internally want, is they'll make sure that they figure out how to build that table. And if they can't build that table easily, it doesn't matter, they'll figure it out. They'll get it done. And so in conclusion, through the research and the readings that I did, I found that students with hope, people with hope, are more likely to succeed because they're not going to give up and they're not going to fail themselves because they are their own person and they want to succeed. And that's why.